Senate Republicans are getting their turn with U.S. President Barack Obama. They arrived at the White House today for discussions on the crisis. You're seeing some of the latest video there. Their colleagues in the House of Representatives met with the president yesterday. Both sides are suggesting that the discussions were productive. House Republicans are proposing a 6-week increase in the debt ceiling in exchange for talks on deficit reduction and other fiscal issues facing the country. But either way you look at it, it all looks quite temporary and quite short term. You see John Boehner there, the House Speaker. CNN's Athena Jones is keeping track of each and every development. And Athena, it appears House Republicans are not bending on a key issue that has been a sticking point. So how close or how far are we right now to any kind of compromise or any kind of deal that would reopen the government?
Well, Hala, that's the big question here. There's people here on Capitol Hill and at the White House are pleased that discussions are finally taking place between both sides and that a lot of this heated rhetoric we've been seeing over the past 11 days and beyond has been dialed back somewhat. But you're right. This deal that House Republicans brought to the president yesterday does not include a way to end the government shutdown. It does include a 6-week extension of the debt ceiling, raising the debt ceiling until November 22nd. And they would like, Republicans would like, during that time to see Republicans and Democrats sit down and talk about a way to reopen the government. The president said, look, we've got to reopen the government as part of all of this, and then we'll talk about these other budgetary issues. Now, we just learned from one of our producers, Deirdre Walsh, who said that she spoke with a member of the House, a House Republican, who said that as soon as today, the House could vote on that original plan, that would just raise the debt limit and not include the government, ending the government shutdown. So there's a big sticking point that remains there. Meanwhile, you've got all sorts of other plans being presented that we know some Senate Democrats are talking to the president about a plan that would include both things. And we also have a vote planned for tomorrow in the Senate on a bill that would extend the debt limit for a year. So a lot of things to try to follow and pay attention to today.
And we were talking, as I said, all sounds temporary, all sounds like sort of kicking the can down the road. Now, as far as the Republicans in the Senate are concerned, what are their proposals and might they stick?
Well, it's interesting because, you know, we've been hearing from the White House all along that they want a deal that would both reopen the government and raise the debt ceiling. That's something we heard echoed from Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid yesterday as well, again. But we also heard from some senior Senate Republicans that they, too, feel like we've got to do both here. The members of Congress have to do both. And so there's a proposal being discussed. We presume this is something that Senator Susan Collins on the Republican side presented to the president just now in this meeting. And that plan would pair them. It would reopen the government. It would extend the debt ceiling. It would raise the debt ceiling in exchange for instance, a repeal of a tax on medical devices that helps fund the Obamacare bill. So that's another item in the discussion. That proposal would also give different departments of the government the ability to better manage these forced spending cuts that they've been operating under. So that's something that some folks hope can gain some traction. But I should emphasize that right now there's nothing on the floor. We know that in the House they're hoping to vote on this debt limit plan today, but there's nothing on the floor yet, nothing on the schedule yet today, at least.
All right, and for all our international viewers planning to visit Washington, well, the government still is in many cases shut down.